A new study out this week is causing some concern over a common method parents use to help with nap and bedtime, the use of white noise. More and more parents are using white noise machines to help soothe their babies to sleep, but there's concern those machines could hurt the hearing of babies. So are they safe? Well, joining us now, child sleep consultant Natalie Willis. Let's just give our viewers a brief synopsis on what it had to say.
So the researchers studied 14 different sound machines that are commonly available and measured how quiet to how loud they could go. And they decided that some of them might be a little too loud to use, and we're concerned that that might hurt infant hearing and child hearing.
Now, do you agree or disagree with this?
You know, I have to say that I disagree. One major reason is that they didn't study any babies. So
the study also kept saying maybe as well.
Perhaps, maybe we think that this might cause a problem with hearing.
But infants, like when they're in the womb, they have all this loud noise, which is why, like, I mean, with my kids, I had a fan going and the white noise machine, like anything to just drown out.
Absolutely. So that's right. In the womb, they hear noises from 77 decibels to 111 decibels all the time, constantly, from the time they're about 26 weeks along. And when they come out, we have studies that show us that they really don't like the quiet, especially newborns. It's very stressful for them. You turn on the white noise, they calm down, their heart rate slows, their cries quiet, they're 3 times more likely to fall asleep than babies without white noise. So all around, it seems to be a really, really helpful thing for babies to use.
I know you've probably been getting a lot of calls from your clients this week, like, should I stop using my noise machine? And what have you been telling them?
I've been telling them that
that
they should be using common sense. You know, I tell them that it's a lot like an infant bathtub. You wouldn't bring an infant bathtub home and fill it up to the very top and then place your newborn inside and expect that they'd be totally safe, right? You have to use common sense. So if you have a white noise machine and it's hurting your ears, it's probably hurting your baby's ears. And another thing to keep in mind is that sound diminishes as it travels. So if you have a white noise machine that's very loud and you keep it across the room, that's probably going to be less harmful than having it right inside next to the crib. So as long as what you're using isn't 8 inches away from their head, you are most likely fine.
So the key to your job, I guess, is just trying to get the babies to sleep on their own. That's the big problem. And I'm sure there's lots of people out there that are trying to get their babies to sleep through the night, and you save lives. How do you do it?
You know, I face the same problem when I work with 11-week-old babies up to 3- or 4-year-old children. The consistent issue is that they cannot put themselves to sleep, or that they are not that adept at putting themselves to sleep. So that's really the problem that we tackle. There are a lot of different methods to use, and, you know, more moderate to more extreme methods, but ultimately that's the problem that we're trying to tackle. So whatever parents use, they need to be consistent and they need to give it time, because we're kind of a culture that if we don't see a change in 3 days or 4 days or 1 day or 2 days, we give up. So you got to pick a method and stick with it.
Yeah, just full disclosure, I actually met Natalie when my baby was around 7 months, and I was waking up like 5 times a night and giving her a bottle and having to rock her, and that was the big point. Like, you're actually doing the baby a disservice to, you know, mess with them and just let them do their thing and cry it out.
Yes, and that definitely is one of the methods.
Well, thanks for coming in.
Thanks
Good
so
to
much
see
for having
you.
me.
And we want to plug your website, because I know there are a lot of people trying to get their babies to sleep. Babysleeptrainer.com. And thanks again.
Thanks so much for having me.